Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comic Books channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review Samurai Doggy #1. But before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, we got the cover here for Samurai Doggy #1. It is an Aftershock comic, and it is by Chris Tex and Santos. And we are just thrown into this comic from the first page. We start off with a litter being born of dogs, and it is being narrated by Samurai Doggy from the future, where he's saying, there were 9 of us, and then some man stabs the mom and murders her. And out of all the siblings, Samurai Doggy is the only one to fight back. He loses an eye, and the man also shoots him and leaves him for dead. And he ends up taking the rest of the siblings as well. So Samurai Doggy's body is left in the snow, in the cold, and he is luckily saved or possibly brought back to life when this mechanical bird finds his body in the snow and begins to peck at him. Then we jump 20 years in the future, where we find out that Samurai Doggy and this bird have teamed up, and he is all grown up now, and he is on a revenge mission to kill that man and also to get back his siblings. So after wandering the wilderness for who knows how long, training and preparing for this moment, he gets to a big city named Sky Panel. And I don't think he's ever been to a city before because he is very much overwhelmed by the noises and the amount of people. Right away, he almost gets hit by a car because he's never seen a stoplight before. And after he gets cussed out for walking at the wrong time and a stoplight, he decides he doesn't like cities too much, but he's still on this mission. He's got to find his brothers. So towards the end of the evening, he's walking through an alley. There's prostitutes and stuff, but he's not interested in that. He is on a mission. And as he comes out of that alley, a boy bumps into him. As the boy runs away, he gives a smart remark back to Doggy about watching where he's going. And it turns out that the kid has stolen something from Samurai Doggy, something he needs to find his brothers and the man who killed his mother. So he confronts the boy and tells him to give him back what he stole. And that's where I'm going to stop it. I don't want to spoil anything else. So this comic was really interesting. It was a big 42-page comic for $4.99, which is a really good deal. And the art was amazing, and I thought that was kind of really the standout of this. So I could definitely see why people were talking about this from last week. But while this book was pretty amazing as far as art and bang for your buck, I thought it had some flaws, mainly in the story and the writing. The story itself is pretty straightforward and simple, and it's been done before. There's been a lot of revenge samurai stories out there, so that wasn't necessarily unique. I guess setting it in the frame of the samurai being a dog was kind of the thing that made it special, and also the most messed up, like because he's a dog and someone murdered his mom and took his siblings. And everybody loves dogs, so when that happens on the first page, there's immediate sympathy from the reader. But that's not the stuff I'm talking about as far as, yes, that's overdone, but I thought the plot was a little hard to follow in some spots. There's some time jumps kind of for no reason that don't make that much sense when they happen. So I just thought some of that stuff could be cleaner. There's also a lot of wordless pages where the panels are just showing the action, and sometimes I'm not sure exactly what's happening on those. So some of that could have definitely been laid out differently so that it would make more sense to the reader. And I already talked about the art. It's amazing. Honestly, this book is beautiful, the coloring is great, and the main line art itself is fantastic as well. The character and world designs are very cool, and it's different than anything you're going to see on the comic book stands at the moment. So while this book is pretty dang good, and you get a lot of pages for your dollar, it's not my kind of thing for comic books. I understand why other people would like this and really get into it. Some people said this was their favorite book of the week last week. But for me personally, it didn't really catch me. But I would buy this book just for the art. Even if the story doesn't catch me at all, this book had amazing artwork that would just be cool to have for your collection. So even though it's not really my thing, I'm going to give this book a 3.5 out of 5. And for most people, you would like this book, and it would be something like a 4.5 out of 5. So there's a little asterisk there for my taste, but that's just my opinion. So if you guys saw anything you like, definitely go pick that up at your local comic book store, and we will see you all in the next one.